Today is day 1 of 7 on the Arizona Peace Trail, which will be our most ambitious off-road adventure yet. For those not familiar with the Arizona Peace Trail, this is a 675-mile off-road loop that spans 3 different counties in western Arizona and is considered the longest marked OHV trail in the United States. The trail loops through Yuma in the south at 100 feet elevation, all the way to the Wallapai Mountains in the north at 8,500 feet elevation. As we travel the loop, we'll visit a variety of offshoot destinations along the way called Spurs, which will add extra miles to our trip and be very interesting to explore. The various spurs throughout the trip will include a variety of unique sites, including old mining operations, abandoned cabins, historic military bases, and even a pond with wild goldfish. For our trip, I expect we'll likely log about 1,000 miles from start to finish over the course of 7 days, which will include about 50 different spurs along the way. As any off-roader knows, we expect this trip to be full of fun, but also understand a trip like this comes with a variety of serious risks as well, and should not be attempted unless you have properly prepared. If you are not familiar with our channel, Off-Road Destinations, my name is Darren, and with me is my dad, Kirk. We have both off-roaded all our lives, and together, we have spent the last year preparing for this trip. In this moment, we don't know how this adventure will turn out, but if you enjoy off-road adventures with some fun facts along the way, then buckle up, because we are on day 1 of the Arizona Peace Trail, and we're bringing you along for the ride.
Alright, Dad, so we just hit the dirt for the first mile on the Arizona Peace Trail. I know there's been a lot of anxiety up until this point trying to get ready for this trip, but what are you feeling right now?
So glad to be here. There has been a lot of anticipation, anxiety, everything that goes with it, and it's so neat to just be rocking and rolling on the trail now.
I think it'll feel even better too once we put a few miles under our belt.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Our hope with this adventure is that we can use these side-by-sides that have a ton of suspension and a ton of power. Of course, with me and my dad, not a big group, we're hoping to cover a lot of ground. And by covering a lot of ground, we are trying to hit as many spurs as we possibly can on the way through this thing. And each spur, I'm going to give you a little bit of fun facts on it. I'm not going to bore you, but you know, I think if you're going to be doing the Arizona Peace Trail yourself, sometimes it's fun to have a little bit of inside knowledge on each one of these destinations. If you're coming from out of town, consider staying at that Blue Water Casino and Resort. We are not staying there, but we started our trip from there just for a proof of concept. You can tow a trailer with an RV, and you can leave those under 24-hour-a-day security. It's about $150 per week, and of course they have hotel rooms too, so if you don't even have an RV, you could just stay a couple days before, leave your stuff, enjoy the Peace Trail, and then you can stay a couple days after when you get back. Hey Kirk, there's going to be a hat in the road. Maybe slow down and just maybe put your hand out the window out to the left and see if you can pick up that hat.
Oh, okay. There was something back there, actually, that was like a little piece of a strap, too. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, you know, I think that part of the Peace Trail is like, if we can pick up trash on the way, let's try to do that, you know? You get it, or what?
My mic and everything to pick it up and lean out, but first piece of trash of the trip. There we go. Somebody's hat.
So Dad, I have a challenge for us. That gives me an idea. What do you think about challenging ourselves? For every single destination we stop at, we pick up one piece of trash and we try to make the overall Arizona Peace Trail a little bit nicer and better.
Oh, without a doubt, that would be great, because even some of this trash, it's not necessarily people are doing it on purpose. Sometimes, just like this hat, it probably fell out of the back of somebody's Jeep or side-by-side, and they don't even know it. But if we can pick it up and just help out, absolutely.
So here's one rule that I can say on that somebody told me a long time ago. If it's 50 years or older, we will consider it an artifact, and we won't touch it. If, however, it's less than 50 years, it's free game to be picked up.
That sounds like a great idea. Great plan.
How's your vehicle feeling now that we're about 5 miles on dirt?
You know, just like I remember the last time we were off-roading, so yeah, no changes.
All that gear that you have on the roof and on the back, the extra weight, do you feel that at all, or no?
Well, not really, because
Welcome to Founder's Cabin.
Built by a Lake Havasu City local off-roader named Kevin back in the mid-late 90s, before anyone called it the Founder's Cabin, locals always knew it as Kevin's Cabin. A good amount of the materials used were repurposed from the remains of nearby camps.
We are at the Founder's Cabin.
That's right.
Beautiful place here.
This is our first spur that we've done on the whole Arizona Peace Trail. We do expect about 50 spurs, but behind us, we do have a pretty cool looking cabin. So we're gonna go in and explore real quick. Let's take a look. First thing I noticed on the outside, they do have horseshoes. I do see they have horseshoes, so you don't have to bring your own over there.
Be nice to play a little game. We're not going to be able to do that this time.
We're on a bit of tight schedule, but so Kirk and I actually, we've been to the Founder's Cabin already before, and we've even barbecued here before. Oh, but they didn't have this last time.
What is that?
It's a potato gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
The Founder's Cabin has a potato gun. I don't know I don't know exactly how to use those things, but I've seen them online. I signed my name here last time I was here.
There's Mrs.
Oh,
Plain right
hey,
there.
there's my wife right there. Mrs. Plain.
Kirk Plain, 102823, off-road destinations.
After finding this location, Kevin and his group began to leave their Jeeps, Broncos, and Land Cruisers at home and instead started taking out their work trucks with generators, air compressors, mixers, nail guns, etc. to build the cabin. Because of its remote location and somewhat hidden location, it seldom saw a lot of visitors. So Kevin pretty much lived there every winter weekend and was always welcoming the visitors. As side-by-sides grew in staggering numbers with their ability to cover a lot of ground fast and GPS becoming more commonplace, Kevin eventually walked away from the cabin to find a more remote retreat further north on private property.
Oh man, what is better than off-roading for a week with your pops? All right, Mom, I know you watch these. You got to get in on this. This is fun. We'll get your horse down here, hook up some GoPros to the tail. One thing I did before I left is I sent my wife a map with a bunch of X's on where we were going to stay each night. I don't feel 100% confident that the wife knows how to read the map, but I know that if search and rescue ever needed to get involved, she could send that to them, and we would be in better shape than not having it. We're going to be looking for a left-hand turn somewhere up here.
Okay. So we're like right next to Woody's cabin, right?
Yes, we are.
We just got to Woody's cabin. Now I don't have any extra fun facts on this one, but we'll just check it out real quick and see what we're looking at.
It's actually quite close to the Founder's Cabin.
You know, if this was a single destination today, I bet there would be a Coors Light in that refrigerator.
I bet there would be.
It's a long day though. I don't think there's going to be any Coors for us today.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Shoot. Dang it. All right.
Let's check over here real quick, see what this awning is.
Pick up a piece of trash here. I'm looking. Some of this looks like it's probably more than 50 years old, right?
Yep. This or this, what do you think?
Well, considering you keep stuffing all the trash in my glove compartment, let's go a little bit smaller, would you?
Okay, we'll set this over.
I see my trash. Very easy. Boom.
All right.
Look at this can. This is obvious. Ooh. In the glove box it goes. All my other trash in there.
It's
I don't
his
know.
glove box.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I'll try to close that off camera. It's starting to get full.
All right, that was cool. You ready to rock and roll for the next spur here?
Absolutely. I always love looking at the new destinations we're going to go to.
I think if everything goes smooth, it's going to be looking like the panty tree, the bra and panty tree.
Sounds good.
These sand washes are where we're really trying to make up time. We're actually doing really good on time, but there's no reason we can't increase our moving average on these kinds of washes. Man, there's some big rocks you got to watch out for. You know, I'm not too concerned with myself, but obviously anybody behind that's getting a lot of dust, that's a big concern if they can't see you well.
I think I see it.
We just reached the bra and panty tree. And in celebration of getting here on time, just kidding. Let's go.
I think this is Darren's favorite spur.
This is the kind of terrain, Dad, that our tie downs and our gear are probably really being put to the test.
Yeah, totally. I mean, this is a very bumpy road for sure. Got somebody coming up. Got somebody.
Affirmative.
Yes. Yeah. Two more behind him.
Yeah, these guys are all. Oh, he's waving. See, you got to give the 0, bud.
I don't think that guy understands how to put up a 0.
That's all right. You know, if he's a first timer, we welcome him out here. But you know, that's part of being out here is learning the tricks of the trade.
It definitely gives you a little wake-up call to, even though I'm totally paying attention, to pay more attention, especially on turns and curves and blind curves, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and when you're leading too, and I'm not saying that it gets boring, but you start daydreaming in some aspects, and that's where you can run into trouble.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Wow, Kirk, will you look at that? Look at this beautiful view of Lake Havasu City.
That is awesome. I think that's the London Bridge island over there.
This is a gnarly little climb.
It is. It totally is.
Be advised, if you follow our tracks and you are in any kind of van or 4x4, that's going to be pretty gnarly going down.
Yeah, there might be another way around it, but the way we went is very gnarly for straight 4x4 pickups and vans, that kind of thing. So we're still off the trail now, aren't we?
I think one of two things. Either the trail is up on this ridge and we're paralleling it, or we are on the trail and just the trail itself is not as accurate on the guide GPS compared to our actual tracks.
Oh, okay. I think the trail is off to the left, but it looks like we might intersect it with this one.
I think we are on it, personally.
Well, we will know pretty soon when we intersect something that looks like the actual trail.
I think Dad was correct on that one.
Yep, we just intersected the regular trail.
We are 94 miles into our journey. Just went through Lake Havasu City on the asphalt roads. We just hit dirt again right now. And our next destination is probably the one I'm most excited for today, which is going to be the bunker bar. If all goes smooth navigating to the bunker bar, we're going to be getting ourselves a lunch today.
I'm totally looking forward to it. I'm getting a little hungry now. That would be a challenge for a big vehicle to get up. That's pretty sandy.
I got a side-by-side up here.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to throw them an okay sign just to make sure they're good.
All right. What's up?
We're going to be going up here to the right. There's another way, but we'll go this way.
All right.
It's no problem, 4-wheel low. Be advised, viewers, the way we just went right now, I'll be sure to mark it. That's not a way you want to go if you are not confident in hill climbing.
Yeah, it looked like maybe the road actually, the creek bed dropped off where you couldn't go straight anymore, so you had to go that way.
Yeah, those friendly people said there was a different way, but obviously we just took that shortcut, so. I have to say, if this is the way to the bunker bar, this is a little bit more challenging than the way to the desert bar over in Parker.
Oh, without a doubt. This road here, you'd have a hard time getting regular cars down it.
You know, Dad, you and me have been to a lot of places, but it's kind of weird traveling places we've never been to, you know?
Absolutely. It's very interesting stuff.
We have arrived to the bunker bar.
Yeah, look at all the vehicles. Wow, this is a really super neat place.
So Kirk and I we've been living on Cliff Bars all day today, and I am hungry. How about you?
I'm hungry. I'm hoping that they have food here, good food, like a hamburger or something.
So what's cool is we are officially at the bunker bar. Let's check this place out. Oh, this place is rocking.
When the cooler gets up,
everybody on the Peace Trail. Bunker Bar is where it is. It's family friendly, guys. Family friendly. What are you getting us?
What else? A bunker burger. I'm gonna get one for you too.
Guys, you got to make this a stop.
Oh,
these bunker burgers are bomb.
They are awesome. Huge garlic fries. Go for it.
Look at these garlic fries.
Wow.
Be advised, the garlic fries feed 2 people, so definitely make sure you have a buddy with you.
Yeah, this is clearly the road for the average Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like, guys, the way we're exiting the bunker bar is the way that you guys would want to come in if you do not have high clearance, high suspension off-road vehicle.
That was a great little loop to the bunker bar. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's what happens when you really plan your trip out, you know?
Yeah.
We got a side-by-side coming up.
Got it, thank you.
One thing I noticed about that side-by-side we just passed is he was alone. From an off-roading standpoint, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging anyone. I'm thankful that people are out here enjoying our desert, but if you can help it, never ride alone. Always ride with a vehicle, a second vehicle, a buddy, someone you can trust, especially someone that has the same kind of maintenance habits as you have. No, worst case, you break down, you can't get your rig out of here, you can always jump in your buddy's vehicle and go get help, go get a trailer, go get food, water, whatever is needed to survive. Check out that hole in the rock up there to the left.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I think we'll appreciate this one from afar. We don't need to stop though. Hey honey, I see your Amazon package right there. And if in case you're wondering, my wife orders that much Amazon every single week, no joke.
Whoa, there's the trestle train stuff. Atlantic and Pacific Railroad.
Here we have the remains of the Atlantic and Pacific Railroad, which operated on this line from 1883 to 1890. The tracks crossed at Topok nearby, however flooding caused problems forcing the line to be moved south, where it's still active today.
This reminds me of Akatia Wells.
Yeah, and this is the type of terrain you really gotta watch out for because the ruts and the washouts can be pretty severe.
Yeah, I found that out on the first one. I'm glad we have maximum suspension.
So Kirk and I just had a conversation. We're ahead of schedule here. We still have some daylight left. And we were talking about going further than we originally had planned, a little closer to Oatman, which is our first scheduled spur for tomorrow. However, we decided against it. We're gonna just meander back to the original camping location that we had scoped out and enjoy the rest of the day and the evening. There's no reason to try to rush the Peace Trail.
Well, as the sun has gone down, we have found our final camping location. Again, I will post it on Gaia. For those of you who follow our channel, we normally have our bumper beers here, which we drink at the end of the ride. For this particular ride, we are not going to drink it. We are actually going to drink our bumper beers at the very end of the 7-day Peace Trail, which is going to be the grossest bumper beer I've ever had, but it'll be cool. So that concludes day one. We decided before we started this trip that Kirk and I, we would enjoy the evenings, just him and me, with no cameras. You can enjoy the day with us, and then we get to enjoy our time with each other during the evening. So we're going to let you go. And if you enjoy this video, stay tuned because we're in a moment right now. We don't know what's going to happen on day 2 out of 7, but you're coming along for the ride.
That's right.
Hey, Kirk, did you miss saying one thing?
I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see what we're doing tomorrow and the days throughout.
All right, donkeys, we got a bag of goodness. Come on.
Boy, this is an awesome
There's like a
place.
kid in the candy store here.
Man.
Come on in.
Oh my gosh.
We're stranded right now. We're trying to debug Kirk's vehicle. I don't know if we're gonna make it through day 3, man.